say blow, thing comes to my mind is longevity. Big, like something big. It's like a brand name, or like you know what it is. When you hear it, of exactly what exactly it is, you know? You know what you're getting. You know what blow is. It's like Coca-Cola. You know what Coca-Cola is. The grind. I probably remember the grind the most. Like, you seen everybody grinding, everybody trying to get it, everybody doing their best with what they had. Like, and seeing that motivated me. Or like when you see them in the midst or whatever they doing, and you was in the midst of doing you, like um, it would motivate you to keep going. Like you're here for a reason. Like to see everybody grinding, that was like the biggest time. Back then, three highlights probably was the fashion shows for sure. Traveling in different cities. The AZ run probably was my favorite. We did it for All Star Weekend back when I was in Arizona, and we did a fashion show, a store pop up, a few different things, like 2 or 3 fashion shows, like back to back nights, different 3 locations, All Star, like a whole. It was good. It was fun. That was probably like it's a mixture. Like of course moving through the cities and going through the cities in the fashion shows. From even producing fashion shows, from producing clothes. Like shit, back then I was catching the bus with clothes and to Watts, to the print shop in Watts, catching the bus. You know, from that to printing to making bathing suits on a shop on Western, like sewing on beads and shit. Like we just did what we had. Like that was kind of wild to just see it's not to see what we would do to get it done, but to see what we had to do. Alright, so with the clubs and the fashion what made me mix the fashion shows in the club, well, we was in the club so much. Like my boys was rapping, doing shows. We were just always in there in the club. I wanted to like perform too. I wanted to put on a show as well. And I usually would come to the club with like 4 or 5 girls, promo girls dressed in blow anyway, just vibing out. I just took advantage. I just seen what was there and tried it to add to the nightlife. I would say the industry is lacking, what do you say, evolution, like the constant growth. Like we see it a little bit here and there with people, but like it's almost just like a remake. It's not like growth, but like evolution of fashion. From I watch old shows, like you be watching, of course, you see like the old it's like Game of Thrones, the House Dragons, and you see them. I'm so detailed. I'm looking into the clothing that they're wearing, and like, how is somebody making this that sweater or the shoes, or how they got, look at that. This shit is like, how are they able to do this back then? And to see where we are now, it's not too far as far as that's moves. Shows, but it's just the evolution from wanting to have them wearing sandals to fight, gladiator sandals to fight, to now to army people wearing boots. You know, that's the evolution of it. We still to the day, girls wear them now, but they still have a gladiator sandal. So like that part, I think is kind of lacking a little bit, because I would want to see it more instead of just seeing like copycats or like reinventions, you know. And I guess that comes with the individual creativity. That's really what I would think it would like as well, like individual creativity, not just because this group says so or this group says so, or because your overall group says so, and this is how you want to take care of the project. Like that's the way you go in there and involved in it with creativity. That individuality, just to say no, or just to say this is what it is, or this is what I'm gonna create. That right there, and the fact to say no, like to tell people no, or to say like no, that's not hot. To say no, that's not it. That's not, you know, not just accept it, but just to say, you know how people say you got a yes man? I need a no man. I really need a no man to tell me no. Tell me this not it. So I can go back to the drawing board and create even more or do even better. Like since I came back, like so I guess been gone for about 6 years, 6 years. Hell, more 30. Yeah, maybe like 6 years, 6, 7 years, maybe more, maybe even more. I'm not sure, but to answer to see what's changed now is it's easier. It's way easier. Everything is easier. Like from marketing to promotion to production to designing to anything, any aspect of it is easier. You either have to pay, like you pay somebody, you got the money, or you know somebody. Like most people, like they know somebody, and that's what makes it easier for them to be accepted and to just allow them to walk through the door. It was so hard for me to get through those doors back then. Like you wasn't accepted. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't a common thing. Like it wasn't, not even just the things that was on that you was trying to put on, like the brand you was trying to bring in that wasn't Rockaware or Fat Farm or that's even older. That shit wasn't even in. But back, actually, that's going too far. If it wasn't like Pink Dolphin or Crooks and Castles or, you know, something that was, you know, in the mainstream, so to speak, or something, you trying to get it into a store or sell it to somebody, it was way harder. Because besides the designing, they just like, this ain't that, you know, or this ain't, you know, why? What is this? Like, who, what, where, and why? So you had to accept them. Then once I got it to accept it, and then they had to accept the graphics, like accept what we're putting on the shirt and what we're saying. Like you had to accept that too. So that was, now it's just much easier. You can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want now. Even with it being so easy and like, except like fashion always changes. Like it always changes as the season goes, as the time goes, but it never changes. Like it's still the same. It's old coming back to new coming back to old, blah blah, back and forth. Like it always changes, but it always be the same. It's here forever. It's here forever. It's like music. Airplanes. I just want people to love it, just to love it like I do. Just like appreciate it and appreciate getting dressed. Like just people to love it, just to love it like I do, to appreciate it. Appreciate getting dressed again, like it's expressing themselves through fashion and through clothing, but like more appreciation for it. Like, you know, don't just throw the t-shirt on, you know, intentionally wear it for a reason.